Oh, welcome back, everybody. We are here live at E3. I'm sitting here with Pete from Bethesda. Evil all around us, and sometimes evil within. It's demons, man. We got to fight them sometime. Tell me more about this game.
So Evil Within is a game we're working on with Shinji Mikami, known for a lot of things, but perhaps best known for Resident Evil
Right.
1 and Resident Evil 4. He's sort of considered the father of
Yeah,
survival horror, and he wanted to take the survival horror genre and do a game that kind of went back to its roots, more pure survival horror, not so action-heavy, action-focused, which is, I think, where you see a lot of the games coming out lately in this genre. So much more of a balance of storytelling. Action is certainly a part of it, and combat is certainly a part of it, but it's not the focus. It's about finding a balance so that there's a lot of other things going on.
Right, a lot of people have been asking more for a psychological thriller, right? A lot of things went towards action, which is okay, right? Like action
Sure.
It all has its place, right?
Right.
But a lot of people out there were like, well, what about messing with my mind?
Yeah, this is a game that is not. You're never going to feel like, hey, I've got lots of guns and lots of ammo,
Right.
and I'm just going to mow stuff down. You're supposed to feel vulnerable. You're supposed to feel like you really have limited resources, and you got to think your way through and sort of be terrified, be scared, and then overcome that and use your wits to get out of any given situation. The stuff that we're starting to show, the B-roll here, the stuff that we're showing in this demo is from the very beginning of the game. So you play as Sebastian, who's a police detective. You're called to an asylum where some horrific crime has taken place. And then at the asylum, he's knocked out and he wakes up and you're hanging upside down in a room of dead bodies with this super creepy guy who's disemboweling somebody off to your left and dragging half a torso across the room, and things get worse from here.
And that's absolutely brilliant, right? I'm listening to it, and I hear these gargling, slimy sounds, and I'm like, what's going on? Right away, it pulls you into that emotional roller coaster that you're expected to be going on.
Absolutely.
With this.
Atmosphere is a huge part of the game. Everything from lighting to sound effects to the music. You'll note that this is what the game HUD looks like. So it's a very clean HUD. There's not a lot of stuff on the screen to get in your way. It uses a Cinescope aspect ratio, so it's a little shorter and wider view than you're used to in a lot of games. It gives it more of a cinematic feel. It's a world we want you to really feel immersed in, because that ratchets up the tension and the drama and the action and everything else.
Right.
And so you'll see here. It's not just a game about running around. Here, Sebastian is sneaking through. No guns or weapons. He's got a knife on him, but trying to attack that guy would be crazy. So he's going to use stealth and try and sort of sneak to get around get around this guy. He's got to figure out where the key is for this door. Again, we want to not always for you to feel like every situation let me pull out my gun. You're going to be scared. You're going to need to run away. You're going to have 8 enemies and 3 bullets, and there's no way you're going to deal with them all. So you've got to sort of be smart and think your way through how to get through any given situation.
I'm always amazed at how calm people are in these situations. I think I might have just stayed there, hungover, upside down, and I'm here. I'm done. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It is a game where we want you to feel a bit helpless. You're not like a big, tough, badass guy. You're this guy who's sort of thrown in this situation where you don't really understand what's going on. You get knocked out. You don't know where you are or what's happening to you. And the story is something we're not going to talk a lot about.
Sure.
Because it's a thing we want you to unravel as you go through the game along with Sebastian as you're moving from one location to another. Where am I? What's happening? What are these creatures that are coming at me? The further you go into the game, the more you start to understand it and reveal what's really going on.
That's awesome, and we don't get that, right? Sometimes in these games we get story right away, right? Where's the mystery? Where's the where am I? What's going on?
Right.
You don't have that. You're not in a fog, right? You're just basically, hey, this is what's up.
Yep.
Welcome.
And one of the other things that we certainly found to be true is that blood and gore can certainly be frightening or disturbing. As you're about to see here, as Sebastian gets run through with the chainsaw.
Wow.
But they're really, it's not like it used to be maybe 10 years ago or more, where blood and gore were sort of all you really needed for a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are now in so many other kinds of games where you can shoot somebody's arm off, or see bloody, gory stuff. And it's just not as shocking and horrifying as maybe it was when it was first introduced into games through the horror genre. So we have to find other ways to keep the player off balance and shock and surprise them. And I think Shinji and his team are doing a really good job of hitting those notes and incorporating those into all the levels.
Right, that's great. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us as we're sitting here right now talking about all sorts of aspects of this game?
It's Evil Within's not coming out till next year, so we've obviously got a ways to go. We're just really, we just announced that we're just showing it for the first time, so we're really looking forward to introducing players to this world, to the ideas that Shinji and his team have, showing off more of the game. Certainly, can't wait to get to the point where folks put their hands on it and play it for themselves, because as you well know, you can watch somebody demo it, but when you're the guy driving and you feel that tension and you feel the drama that you're looking for from a game like this. So really looking forward to folks playing it. But it's coming out on all 5 platforms: PC, Xbox 360 and Xbox One, PS3 and PS4 next year.
And it's gonna attack your mind, and it's going to attack from within. It's going to be.
We are aiming for sleeplessness. We want this to be a game that you play for a couple of hours, and then you just toss and turn all night and can't get it. I assure you, it already happens to me every time we have a meeting with Shinji and his team, and they show us like new creatures they've come up with or new scenes, and you're just like, oh, what is wrong with you guys? Like, this is horrifying. I'm never going to sleep tonight. So when you see it in the game and you're playing it for yourself, we certainly hope that's the effect. And fun. Right. It's not a game that's just supposed to scare you. We want it to be fun, too. We want the challenge and the pride that you get from, I had this problem, I overcame this problem, and I feel really proud because I'm the one who figured it out.
Yeah, the challenging reward risk, and the reward from the risk. It's pretty cool.
And there is a dynamic element to the game, so it's not just every creature every time is always going to move in this way. Oh, I died. He'll just do the exact same thing, and I can do this now. Creatures change up all the time, every playthrough. Jason Bergman, who's playing the live demo over in our booth, has died a couple of times on accident just because he got something he hadn't seen before, and they caught him and overwhelmed him and killed him. So it's not just a very linear scripted game. There's a lot of dynamic elements to it that, again, will keep players off balance.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out here,
Absolutely.
Pete. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll be back with more coverage here live at E3.